What's up, guys? Just making sure I'm checking out my channel here. All right, there we go. Just had to reset it because I just wanted to make sure everything was correct here. So, Fan Bam guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm outside of Micro Center. I am just waiting to go inside because I just want to make sure that we get this build under its way. If you haven't been part of the build, or if you're unfamiliar with who I am, I'm Chris Mizo here. I usually do PC and tech content, and with the build that we started last week or a couple of weeks ago, we ended up getting an ASUS B850 Gaming a Tough Gaming Plus motherboard, and we also got the LC360 ASUS AIO cooler. We ended up getting those two products from ASUS, thankfully. And so we had to end up going to Micro Center to pick up the rest of the parts. So we have an idea of what we wanted to get. So we ended up going to Micro Center a couple weeks ago. And we went inside and we ended up getting a Monitech case for a really great deal. We picked it up for about $74.99. We ended up getting a P3 Crucial NVMe PCI Express 4. We ended up picking that up for about $62.99. We also got some Corsair Vengeance, 6,000 megahertz of RAM. We picked that up for about $92.99, and we also got the AMD Ryzen 5 9600X for the build, and that was just a little bit over 200, remembering correctly here. And a lot of these parts, we wanted to kind of do this build and make it very affordable for anyone to access PC gaming, because it's 2025 and we all see these prices are going up when it comes to gaming. You could easily get a motherboard, a high-end motherboard, and spend $700, $800, or even $900 on it. In fact, ASUS actually has this new motherboard that's going to be released. It's their top of the line motherboard, and that's going to even be well over $1,000. So it can be pretty expensive, and sometimes it's unnecessary to really spend as much money, especially if all you want to do is game. You don't really mess with overclocking or trying to keep undervolting. Currently is the biggest thing, and trying to keep really cool temperatures. And all that's really unnecessary if you don't have to, and you just want to worry more about PC gaming, or you just want to get into PC gaming. There are some other areas where it can be explored, such as you can get easily a B850, the ASUS Tough Gaming motherboard, for a great deal. Hey Barbara, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. If hopefully you were here during the welcome Pamela. I just started the stream, and we just got over here to Micro Center, and just speaking on what this whole PC build's going to be. And we're just joining in the fact that we're just a couple of weeks ago, we ended up going here to Micro Center, and we ended up picking up some great deals. What's up, Godo Dishes? And I'm over here at Micro Center currently, and I just got this stream started. We're just about to head in there. And what's up, Go Do Dishes? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so we're here at Micro Center. If you're not familiar with the build that we have started, if you're into PC gaming or anything like that, what we did, we ended up getting a B850 motherboard just last week, and we ended up getting an LC360 cooler thanks to ASUS. They sent us the products, and we also ended up getting, we actually came to Micro Center and we picked up a bunch of great products here too. We got a Corsair Vengeance 6,000 megahertz of RAM. We ended up getting, yeah, let's see if they have the 5090, right? That's one of the hardest items to probably get. It's funny because the last couple weeks before I went to Micro Center, there was actually a line formed up. So I was talking to the guys. There was 3 guys that was outside of the Micro Center line, and I went to go talk to the 2 guys, and they said that they were waiting overnight. And now I was coming Saturday morning. Yes, ROG motherboards. They are great motherboards. Welcome, Sour Dip. It's good to see you. And so we ended up, hey Jessica, how's it going? And I actually asked him how long was he waiting there, and he said he waited overnight for this 5090. It was obvious because They didn't look like your typical gamers or anything like that. They looked like they were scalpers, because as soon as I approached them, I went right over there, and yeah, I will send you $180 right now if you can scream as loud as I can. I don't want to make everyone deaf here. I don't know what you would want me to scream anyway. But I went to go talk to these guys, and they ended up pulling out another guy that was inside of the car, and he ended up getting into the line just to make sure we're secure. That way they can get a RTX 5090. But the funny thing is, once the store opened up and we went inside, they ended up having no RTX 5090s. There was no deliveries for that day anyway. Because again, it's Saturday. They're not going to really load up on those days. A lot of the deliveries and everything that they get for Micro Center are typically on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, or the hot days. Someone else has also mentioned this as well in the earlier live streams, that they usually come in Tuesdays and Wednesdays if you're looking for a RTX 50 series. They were supposed to release some this week. They were supposed to have this large restock. Never happened. NVIDIA's busy right now with the GTC event that is going on, and they just announced this, the RTX 6000, which is a insane card, and I doubt anybody's going to get that, especially for gaming, because it's the specs are crazy. It's 96 gigabytes of G7, and I bet that card is probably going to be around the $8,000 to $10,000 for that card. That's 10,000 USD, and they haven't really announced the price for it, but you can certainly expect it to be that expensive. It's definitely going to be in that range. Now, if you are just coming into the stream and you're just curious about what is going on here, hey, what's up, Leland? Good to see you. If you're curious about what's going on in this, with this build, we went to Micro Center to pick up the rest of the parts that we have, because we already had the motherboard, we already had the CPU cooler from Asus, and we had to pick up some, yes, obviously. So we ended up picking up some RAM the last time. We ended up picking up some SSD, and we got the AMD Ryzen 5 9600X. We also ended up getting a Monitech case, and we just really need one component for that build. You can take a guess exactly what it is. It's only one crucial piece, one of the most important pieces when it comes to PC building. And if you guys could take a guess, you can be more than welcome to take the guess. And if you guys haven't joined the free giveaway, make sure you do. I do have it on my YouTube page. You have to go to the B850 video there. And if you go to the B850 Asus gaming, tough gaming plus motherboard, I do have it. For this build, this is going to be centered more of a budget build. So this is going to be more for those who are on a stricter and tighter budget. So I'm here to show you that it can certainly be done. You don't have to get a Ryzen 9 if you don't have to. You could get a Ryzen 5 and still be happy with the results. The best part is, if you are into PC gaming and you just don't have you don't have Ryzen 9 funds, you could always end up getting it later. That's the best part about PC gaming. You can always upgrade. That's the best part about it. So don't think that if you get a Ryzen 5, you'll be stuck with it. You can certainly upgrade it. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Sourdip. Because sometimes some people won't have the extra, especially in 2025, some of these motherboards are really expensive. Some of these motherboards you could spend easily well over $1,000. And you don't really need a $1,000 motherboard. As soon as we hit about the 15-minute mark, we'll start to head into Micro Center, because then, oh, perfect. Because this build, that's exactly what we're here to do. We're going to do a budget PC building. Great. I'm glad the algorithm worked for once. Google didn't shoot me down on this one. But we're going to go into Micro Center, and we're trying to get a decent power supply. We're going to find one, and there's actually a lot of options. Power supplies are actually one of the most overlooked parts. A lot of people don't really want to spend the money in the power supply, which is understandable, because you're looking for the best components. You want to get like the best graphics cards, because the best graphics card is what really helps a gaming PC. Or maybe if you're looking to build a graphic designer PC, or for those who have who are into content creation, you want to build, say, like a streaming gaming machine, you can certainly do it. You don't have to spend well over $2,500 USD in order for you to be able to spend on a build like that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make this build very much on the low end. In fact, the Tough Gaming Plus motherboard that we have for this build is slightly over 200 USD. And for the AMD Ryzen 5 9600X, that's slightly over 200 USD. Those were like the two most expensive ones. Now, the cooler that it does come with, oh yeah, the M3 Ultra, yeah, it's quite the monster. It's a bit insane. In fact, it's funny because I ended up getting a MacBook Pro, and I ended up getting last year in November the M4 Max. I ended up getting, and it's been a great laptop. But I got to tell you, if you have an M3 Max already, it's not really worth that much of a jump. You'll notice like a very slight difference between the two. It's like probably like maybe 10% rendering wise. But the M3 Ultra is a beast. And I was hoping that they would also release some new AirTags, because I'm excited for those. There was a big rumor that they were going to have some AirTags too, if that was going to be the case. But getting back to the subject real quick, for the gaming PCs or content creation PCs, you can build it to your liking, and you can certainly not spend well over $2,000. It still can be done, even in 2025. Sure, it can look expensive, it can look really scary, but I can tell you it can be done, and you will actually save a ton of money. In fact, if you compare getting a gaming PC, like a budget gaming PC, and to a console such as a PS5 or Xbox Series X, you'll actually spend less money. Sure, it doesn't sound like it at first, but you certainly will, because what you save on is you don't have to pay for, say, Xbox Live. You don't have to pay for PlayStation Plus. You don't have to pay for all these extra accessories such as a base stand, or you don't have to get an extra, you can always get controllers, but if you're worried about keyboard and mouse, but there are definitely options when it comes to it. So if you guys are Team Red, make sure you put a red ball into the comments. If you guys are Team Green, make sure you give me a green ball, because I'm curious. So far, the consensus, it seems like, from what I saw for the past prior weeks, I've seen a lot of, definitely a lot of majority shifting over to Team Red compared to NVIDIA, because of the pricing of NVIDIA. It's just been quite insane. That Astro by Asus it's also a RTX 5090, the RTX 5090, which is almost 3,500 USD. That's a lot of money to put down on a card, especially for those who are not willing to spend that much money. Some, like even the PC build that we're doing, it's probably more than likely going to be a lot less than that. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably get to more like around the 1,500 range. It's probably going to be like 1,500, maybe a little bit over. But the most expensive component that we ended up lucking out and getting was the Sapphire Nitro Plus RX 9070 XT. So we did end up getting that, which is awesome. So, and I think that part was just over 770 USD, which was the most expensive part of the build. And but everything else wasn't as expensive, because we ended up getting everything else on sale. We ended up getting the Monotech case for $74.99. We ended up getting the RAM, the Corsair Vengeance RAM. We ended up getting it for $92.99 USD. And we ended up getting the P3 Plus, the Crucial NVMe. We ended up getting that for $62.99. And yeah, just about those components together, you could take a guess, and it's probably like close to probably around the 1,300 mark now. Probably closer to the 1,300 mark. No, we're like 14, probably 1,400 so far. So pretty soon we're just about to head in. We've been outside of Micro Center for a little bit, and it seems like the crowd's perfect. It's not too crazy. Not in a rush to get back out to Miami's traffic, because you guys know exactly how it is. Luckily, it's a nice, beautiful day. In fact, here's a guy. He's coming with his boat. That's how nice of a day it is down here. If you guys are curious about how the weather is currently, And luckily, it's still in the dry season. That there is the beauty right there, Micro Center. And we're just about to head inside. Yes, of course, definitely. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be part of the fan bam, and make sure you join the giveaway. I want everybody to be able to have a chance to win something. And with this build, I will certainly film it. I usually do a lot of long format videos. I recently just started streaming, probably about for 3 weeks now. Oh, nice. Yeah. Welcome back, Michael Jackson. Seems that he is back alive. That's wonderful. Okay, so we're just about to head into Micro Center here, and we're going to take a look at what they have. So we're just going to step out the car and see what they have. So I bet everyone's more curious about this whole GPU section. Let me just grab something out of my car here. And I'm just curious what they have. It's probably still empty. The last time we were here, we ended up getting, they had NVIDIA 3060s and NVIDIA 4060s, and that was it. They didn't have anything else. Oh yeah, they did have the Intel Battle Mages here, but that was probably it. All the shelves were mostly empty, and which pretty much was kind of a tall tale. We knew it, and it was like right before the RX 9070 dropped. And since they dropped, there was people waiting outside for the RX 9070, and it turns out that it wasn't too bad of a wait. Let me walk over this trench here, and let's go inside. So if you guys ever been to a Micro Center, let me know. Put a 5 or put an emoji. Let me know if you guys have, because who doesn't like going to Micro Center? Yeah, 100%. The funny thing is, I think he knows that too. I think that guy's just messing around, Santi. So we're just going inside here, and we just need to grab that power supply and take a look. I know you guys are excited to see what it looks like. Let's see. There we go. This is Micro Center. And we're just gonna go over straight to the graphics card section. And they have a lot of great stuff here. It's nice and cool here compared to outside. So let's go this way, and we're gonna check out the graphics cards, because they put all the PC components, all the build stuff here. It really is. It's really nice. Take a look at that. Isn't that sick? And there's build your own PC. And let's go right through here. So here you got your game consoles. You have your Xbox. You have your Xbox S, Series S. It looks like Nintendo Switches. They got the MetaQuest. Has anybody tried the MetaQuest? Because I've always been curious about it. Hopefully that didn't mess up with the mic too much. I just took off my glasses here, but they got some decent seats here. Oh yeah, they got everything you could think of when it comes to product here. You guys can hear me okay, right? Let me see. Okay, perfect. And there goes some power supplies actually right there. We can take a look at that right when we come back, but I know you guys are a little bit more curious about the GPU selection right now, and this is what they have. Ah, nice.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Need help looking for anything? Any questions?
Not as of now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just let me know, all right?
Sure, thanks. So they have the RX 6600, but again, they still don't have any supply in the 9070s yet, but it's rumored that they're supposed to get some. Here's the NVIDIA section. Nothing, right? a bit crazy. All they have is, they have 3050s. 3050s. Wow, they actually don't even have 3060s now. And down here, they still got GT 730s. GT 1030. And let me see if they got anything else here. They got the Challenger AMD Radeon RX 6600s, and yeah, that's just about it for the graphics cards. Pretty crazy, right? Now here goes some GPUs here. These are ATX 3.0, but for this it's $139.99 USD, and it's 850 watts for the RX 9070 XT. It's required to have at least 750 watts of power. So this would actually be sufficient enough to do so. They do have some other ones here. Here goes the ROG Strix ones. Of course, these are the more higher end ones. These are 750, but that would be the bare minimum for us to build the PC. It's a little bit more, $10 more, and then it's 100 watts less. So it seems that the Tough Gaming, of course, would be the better one. I just saw your comment. You want to take a look at the chairs real quick? Let's see. We'll take a look at the chair here. Let me know if you want to see anything here, because what do you think of that? Pretty nice, right? These are the Micro Center chairs, which are the Mac 2s that they have. And for this, let me see, 269 USD. Here, another inland. These are all mostly inland chairs, so these are all the Micro Center chairs that they have here. Not too bad, right? They do have like the chair mats and everything if you have carpet, so you could always use those if you always have a problem sliding. Here goes some Cooler Master CPU coolers. These are great, and these are only $29.99, so you could easily pick them up for a great deal, especially if you're trying to do a cheap build. And these are well known. The Hyper 212 Blacks, they've been around for a while, and they've been keeping PCs nice and cool for a long time. And here goes some of the Lian Li ones, Lian Li AIOs. They're good. And if you haven't seen Razer actually has their own style too, which are the Hambo Coma. And the one we have is something just like this one, but we actually got I think we have the first model. And we also have the LCD screen built into the one we have. And that's what we have to get, is the power supply. That's certainly something that we're in the works to get, because we have the cooler, and let's take a look at the CPUs here. We have the cooler, we have the GPU, we have the chassis, we have the case for the PC, we have the motherboard, which we're actually walking through right here. Yeah, Razer did used to launch smartphones, and they were excellent. I know ASUS has them currently. I'm sure you saw the ROG 9. It's certainly a very interesting phone. At CES, it was quite amazing to see in person. And the build that we actually have, let me see if we can find it here. It's going to be this direction. And currently this is what we have to build. Now, if you haven't seen the video, I have not the B850M Plus Wi-Fi, but we have the B8, where's it at? The regular B850. And it looks like they're actually out of them, but it's going to be something like this that we currently have. And I have a video based on it, but it's not going to be the M, it's the actual full ATX version of it. So we do have that. We also, earlier in the year, we also did a build of the X870E, which was by Asus. We ended up getting the Asus Strix Hero. That was last year. It was that was actually an excellent build. Is that Wi-Fi? Well, a lot of them feature Wi-Fi 7 and everything, especially the newer boards. But I know the B850s, they don't offer them. They offer the the lower ones. Like, let me see, they offer Wi-Fi 6E, and this you can pick up for $189.99 USD. In here, we got the B650s. They still have some B550s if you're into it. And for those who want to do a Threadripper build, they have them here. So you could certainly do it, but look at the price of that. They're certainly expensive. I did a Threadripper build a long time ago, but I don't think I'll do one anytime soon because it's just so expensive now to do one. The Threadripper alone's like $3,000 now. It's like $4,000 easy, and then the motherboard itself. So it's quite a pricey build. In here we got the CPUs. So what we ended up going with, the Ryzen 9600, which was right. No, this is 9800 X3D. We did that build earlier in the year. We did it in 2024, and that's a 9700. And they got some 7800s here. And they got the 9600. It's probably back there. I think last time I picked it out, right around here somewhere. But they got quite the selection. They still have plenty of CPUs you can definitely pick up. And here, that's where you can pick up the Threadripper, as it's only 9700. All right, sour dip. And
oh yeah, the DJ right here.
Right here we got the, let's see, 7600.
That's fine. It literally just
All right, so let me just go here. So let's go take a look at some of the power supplies here, because that's something we have to pick out. You know what's insane is this case, which is the ROG Hyperion case. It actually has 2 USB-Cs, one of the only cases that currently has it. There's not a lot of cases that actually feature it, but they certainly are nice to have. Nice and large, comfortable case to work with, and they have a ton of extra space. You can fit up to a 420 millimeter radiator in here, so you can easily build comfortably on here. And of course, they got the other ones here, which are the ROG cases. I have the Tough one, and I think it's the Tough, what was it, the Tough, I think 520 it was. But it's a great case, and I actually use that case to do the Threadripper. And here's and these are the 502s. And let's see. Let's go over here onto now it's going over to the MSI cases. And what we used for the build so far, or what we already have planned for it, is this Air 903 Max. We actually picked that up for a deal. And it's not the white one, but we ended up picking a all black one. And it has, it's really nice, especially that they only had it for $74.99. But we're here trying to pick up some other deals that we can pick up on. And let's see, we gotta get a power supply though. That's what we need. And for the power supply, let's see. Now this power supply, these are really excellent. And I've never had issues with them. The only weird thing about them is when you do use thermal takes, is when you install them, they're great and everything. There's no real issues. They're not really noisy. Just when you put it to sleep, it had the fan will kick on and it'll make some sort of noise. But we're gonna try to find another ATX 3.1 case here, or for ATX, so we can really complete this build. So let me see. Let's see what we can get for a good deal. So here's Seasonics. They have these ones that are real interesting. They have these fanless ones. The fanless ones are excellent, but they're a lot more expensive, of course. I believe, let's see. I don't see them. Like for these ones, these are hybrid fan controlled, fully modular to $49.99, but we're not trying to do that. So far we got what looks really good is the Asus TUF, which is ATX 3.0, which is only $139.99. No, this is actually the one over in Miami. So we're over here in Miami, and if you haven't seen the GPU case, it's just empty. But for this build, luckily we don't need a GPU. We just got to figure out a power supply we can get for this budget build that we can get on the cheap just in case, because we're trying to do a PC build to where everyone can really afford it. Because especially in 2025, people don't have to spend the extra money if they don't have the extra money. So far, this is looking pretty good. It's 850 watts. And this is the Asus TUF gaming power supply. It's 140. Something to look for, especially if you are, yeah, they are. And this is something to look for, especially if you're trying to get a new power supply. You want to get ATX 3 or ATX 3.1. That way you have a direct connection. Even the one that I have, if you were able to tune into that video, it also requires a 12-volt high power port. Even though it's a Sapphire Nitro Plus RX 9070 XT, it still requires ATX 3.1. It still requires the 12-volt high power port. My buddy was just at Tucson, and they only had the pre-built with GPUs. That's practically like how it is here. And they have the laptops you can reserve, which are going to be released on the 30th of April. So they're going to be some time, but it's so expensive. Have you seen how expensive they are, Johnny? They're like $4,800, $4,900 for some of these laptops that they're asking for. It's insane. So far, there's a lot of ATX 3.0s. ATX 3.1s are the ones that are really nice to look for. This one's actually a better deal for $129.99. The minimum we need for our build is 750 watts. It's absolutely crazy, Johnny. And this is actually only 700, and what we need is the minimum, which is 750, but we want to go 850 at the most, because we want to have some play just in case. And especially it's only $129.99, and we like the fully modular part, so that's the nice thing about it. It's also a platinum power supply. So platinum power supply meaning that it's energy efficient. And again, with power supplies, it's an awesome deal. And with power supplies, it's just, you want to get a platinum power supply because it saves energy. If you go gold or anything, they're great and everything, but you will notice a difference in energy cost and savings. In fact, they probably have it on this box. Usually they show you the efficiency. So this one's a gold certified efficiency. This one, I guess, says. But in the front, it looked like it said that was platinum, right? Or maybe it means the actual capacitors. Cybernetics Platinum. Maybe that's what I was looking at. But either way, this is a great deal. Power spec, I've never heard of them. Sometimes I kind of steer away from brands like this because these are the ones that end up, oh yeah, it's absolutely good to know to look for something like this. You want to look for ATX 3.1, especially if for a new build for 2025. Japanese capacitors are definitely the best. This actually offers a 10-year warranty, which is a really great deal. So it is a gold power supply, which isn't as energy efficient. But of course, if you want to go more energy efficient, you'll have to spend a little bit more money. And I'll actually find that right now. Let's see if we can catch it. a platinum one, because you'll see a big price difference in between the two when you do go platinum here. Now, bronze, something to avoid. You don't want to get bronze because that's like the lowest of the low. And that's the one that you can expect to really just waste energy. And let's see, I don't see any platinum ones actually. Maybe there's platinums on this side, on the Sue side. We got gold. I believe this one's platinum. Where is it at? Because I know these ROG 850 watt ones are platinum, but you can see the price increase on it. It's $179.99 compared to what we saw for $129.99. So yes, it is a platinum power supply. You definitely save a lot of energy because platinum power supplies can save up to right here. You'll see it. It can save almost about, it's really low in decibel technology, and the best part is it saves you energy. So this usually will save you like about 95% compared to a not bronze, but a gold power supply where it'll save you about 90% energy. This one has an OLED display and everything. This is a really wonderful one, but again, it wouldn't be as good for a budget build. It would be nice to get it, especially if you have extra money. It wouldn't hurt to spend money on a power supply like this. But so far, it seems that the Tough Power GF83 is the way to go. Let's check out Corsair, because Corsair actually has some great ones as well. And like right here, actually this is a really good deal. This is $109.99 USD. Is there any NVIDIA graphics cards? You know what, let's just take a walk over there because it's actually right behind me if you're curious. Now the NVIDIA graphics cards, this is what they have. They have the RTX 3050 and that's it. That is it. Unfortunately, we have people that wait every day or every morning in order to try to get a graphics card, and they end up just sold out. Even the RX 9070s, they don't have them. All they have is the 6600s, and they also have, let's see, of course they got the workstation ones, which are the W7600s, and they also got the 6600s. Yep, 6600s, 6400s, barely. Just barely any NVIDIA cards. Just the 3050s, but they do have the GT 730s and the GT 1030s, but that's it. Oh, can you hear me? MRS? Yes. It seems that my mic's working okay. But originally what we were looking for is a power supply, and I was just talking about the difference between the two. Hopefully the connection's still very good. So right now we were comparing this, the Tough 850 watt one, or we can go with the full Tough GF83 850 watt one. And this one's a better deal because it's $129.99. You could save 10 USD if you choose to go this way. But then we also saw the Corsair one, which is right here. And this is also a gold power supply. And this one is fully modular. This one's an ATX3. It isn't 3.1. And this is, it should have a 5-year warranty. Usually Corsair gives them. And also, oh yeah, I believe it. I could time him out for 5. There we go. So anyway, we have this fully modular ATX power supply. This one looks like actually a really good deal, and it's an instant savings, so it's not like a mail-in rebate or nothing like that. So we'll end up, this is actually a good idea on the list, and it's only $109.99. So you could definitely spend. And maybe over here they have some, but these are ones that are not fully modular. And the ones that are not fully modular, let me see. Hang on, fellas. I just lost the chat. There we go. But yeah, okay. So let me know how many guys are. I can't really see who's in the chat too much. So just let me know in the comments, like how many people are in the chat, so that way I can definitely call them out. So the CX 650s and the RM 1000s. The RM 1000s are something you would look for. Now the CX 650s are ones where it doesn't have these aren't as fully modular, these are known as semi-modular. So what that means is some of it is modular, and the other side right here, you see this large wire, that one you can't pull out. Fully modulars will be like just like this, where you can completely disconnect and connect it by choice. So you can choose to go that route, and it would be a lot better to go fully modular because it's a lot more customizable. And Corsair actually has this really cool one I gotta show you, which is called the Corsair Shift. Corsair Shift, let me see if they actually have that. And let me see. Corsair Shift. Because that one's yeah. Corsair Shift. Yeah, yeah, no problem. And Seasonic is excellent. Oh, you just got done building your dream PC. What kind of specs do you have, Johnny? I gotta know because I love hearing some other specs here. This one's actually not too bad of a deal. This one's a 750. For a little bit, it's crazy. You can see the price jump from 99, right, to 169. Just going from 1,000 to 750. So they know that price gap really matters that much. They know the demand where it's going. So, but for the build that we need a minimum of 750, and we never go full minimum because if you do, then that's going to be problematic because eventually that you could just add some extra accessories, or you could add more RAM or something in there, and eventually it'll get to a point where it'll burn out the PSU. So it's definitely a lot more of a critical part than many people realize. And it's definitely one part you should not overthink of. It's something you want to get a decent power supply, so that way you're able to take full advantage. So we're gonna go here. So far I'm liking this deal, which is the RM850E. And this is the ATX3. Let me just double check something here. It also comes with, you always want to check what it comes with, because you're gonna need certain cables, and you have to make sure that they have them. And usually every box will list them, and you can easily take a look here and you'll get an idea. So they'll have, for example, the 124 pin for ATX, and they also have the ATX 12 volt, which is good. And we need this, which is most importantly the 12 volt high power ports. And we got the PCI Express, PCI SATA. So guys, let me know if so far I'm hearing Seasonic is the best. So we could take a look at Seasonics. Seasonics is actually right here. And let's see if we could actually get a good, decent one here, because here goes Seasonics. For this one's $169.99, so it's a bit on the higher end if we choose to go that way. So it's definitely a little bit more expensive if we choose to go Seasonic. And let's see, they also have the Vertex PX, which is even more. I think this one's the hybrid fan that we actually spoke of earlier. And this is quite insane for how much this is. $249.99 USD. So definitely a little bit on the higher end. And they also got this one, the Focus. This is also fully modular, and this is also a hybrid, and this is also $169.99. Oh, here goes the Prime. These are really nice. This is the one I was talking about. This one is practically like a fanless one, I think. And this one says hybrid fan control, so it might still have a fan. I know there's one where they actually have it fanless, which is insane. But you can see the price on it, $459.99 for this one. So definitely, if you have the extra money, it doesn't hurt to definitely spend money on something like Seasonic, because they do have some great stuff. They set them right next to the Asus stuff right here. So if you had to pick or choose, let me know which one you would pick. If you choose Asus, put 1. If you choose Seasonic, put 2. If you choose thermal takes, put 3. And Corsair, put 4. And we'll choose that power supply. So take your pick. We either go Asus, which is 1, Seasonic 2. We got thermal take for 3, and we got Corsair for 4. So put it down in the comments. Let me know. I gotta hear what you guys think. 2. Okay, so far we got Seasonic. Who else? 2, Seasonic. All right, so we got Seasonic so far. That's 2 votes for Seasonic. Anybody else? Anybody else? Let me know. All you have to do is put 1 for Asus, 2 for Seasonic, 3 for thermal take, 4 for Corsair. So that's what the numbers are about. If you're just coming in, we're just trying to pick out the power supply because we do have to make a pick for this build. That's all we need for the build is the power supply, because we do have everything else provided, because we went to Micro Center last week in order to, not last week, but a couple weeks ago in order to get them. But so far, it seems that more than likely we can either go with the Focus, because it seems like the majority is Seasonic so far. So we could go with the Focus ATX3, or let's see, this is also the Focus ATX3. This one's a 10-year warranty on this one too, which is good. ATX3. What we really want to look for, Asus X870 Taichi 9800. Oh, that's a really nice build. The processor's excellent. Gigabyte 4090. Almost sounds like the build I have, actually. Very similar. Very similar. Except I have a Asus X870E that I have. But that's an awesome build. It's got to be a beast. Definitely love it, Johnny. You got to show it off. Make sure you show it off in the Discord channel, actually. I have a Discord channel for those who are just coming in. Make sure to join it. It's going to be linked right in the description box. And show off your builds. Say what kind of specs you have. And join the tech community, because everybody here loves to talk about tech, just like this. So more than likely, we'll probably end up going with the, what do you think? We go for the GX850? Or we go for, let's see, or we go for the, where's it at? GX850, that's the same one. We go with GX850, I think. Yeah, let's go GX850. Since we have a lot of Seasonics here, we'll go with this one. But this one's white. We want to get a black one. We don't want a white power supply on a black case. So that wouldn't look too great. I bet you this is, yeah, this one's black. So this is $189 for this one. So that's why there's a price difference in between the two, is because of the colors. This one's ATX3 and PCI Express 5 ready. And this is 12 volt 2X6. And that's what it comes with. Yeah, 850 is solid. Yeah, this is actually for the 9070 XT. Yep, this is exactly what it's for. And what we have is the Sapphire Nitro Plus. It's going to be the 9070 XT version. And because it's pretty heavy too, got some weight to it. And the funny thing is, because the 9070 XT, it actually uses the same exact port, which we just took a look at, which is up here. So it actually has this in it. It doesn't actually use, a lot of the other 9070 XTs, you still could get away with using the 8 pins. But for this one, you can't. You got to use the 12 volt 2X6 in order to put it in. So we'll choose Seasonic. It's a little bit of the higher end, but still in the budget. But power is important when it comes to PC building. So we'll just go ahead and with it. So what do you guys think of a Asus Nook? You can pick one up for 900 USD. But it's probably not a lot of fun gaming on it. So for all you guys that have Intel, you guys got to put a blue a blue ball in there. If you guys have AMD, put a red ball. And I'll give you an example right here in the chat. So if you have AMD, let me know. Do you have a AMD? That's some weird stuff it showed up. Right here. If you have AMD, just put something red. So we got that. Good. Or do you have Intel, which is this? What do you guys think about the whole Intel situation now that they replaced the CEO and everything of Intel? I mean, these are their higher end stuff. It's currently on sale. Seems like they're having a tough time selling them currently. Because their top one's the 285, which is, where is it? Or maybe it is the 260. No, the 285, but I just don't see it. So far, we got this. What's the cheapest Intel CPU at the moment? Currently, the cheapest, yeah, I know. The cheapest right now I see is this one here, which is a 12700K for $189.99 USD. But to be honest, you could just get you could really just pick this up for a much better deal, a 7600X for $109.99 USD. So even the 9700X is not even as expensive. I'm surprised it doesn't have the price outside the box, but let me see. Let me see if I can catch one without it. They even have the 8700G you can pick up for $239.99 USD. And of course, they still got the 5000 processors here, which you can pick up really cheap, $109.99. But those are a little bit more out of date. You would still have to go and get a B550 board. And yes, they absolutely do. We just actually passed by it. The 9800 X3Ds, they still have right here. They have them. And they still have, let's see if they actually had the how about the 9950 X3D? You think they still got that? That is right there. Take a look at that. That's a really super high-end one. But again, it's not really worth it unless you're gonna be making content on it and game on it and do all kinds of you gotta really take advantage of all the multi-cores. And they even have this right here. Isn't that crazy? Look at that price. $96.99.99. But you can save 300 USD. Great deal, right? Who wants this processor in the build? That's a lot of money. And currently, if you're not familiar with the build that I have going on the YouTube channel, what I have, it's not the B650, but it's the B850 version of this. It's going to be the Tough Gaming, which is just like this one here, but it's going to be the full ATX. Yeah, I wish I could get one for everybody. It would be nice, right? That would be something to give away, right? Maybe it's sometime in the future. For those who are just joining in, I do have a giveaway contest. Make sure you join it. It's on the B850 motherboard video. It's going to be in the pinned comments, and it's for a Samsung Pro 990 with the heatsink, and you could possibly win, or you could win some merchandise where it's just like the hat I'm wearing currently. I do have tees. Here you go. Yeah, just take two of them, right? It's only 1,000 USD, and built for nothing but power. Workstation, they still got B550s here, so you could easily still do like a build with the Ryzen 5000 series even. But so far, this is what we have on our build. It's going to be the B850 again, but it's going to be the full ATX. Nice thing about it too is that it has full PCI Express 5, and it doesn't have just PCI Express 4. And if you do plan to use a NVMe in 2 different slots, you don't have to worry about it taking away any type of speed from PCI Express 5. It will just take it from the PCI Express 4 lane. And the TRX 50, there it is, Ace Rock, another one. And MPG B550. You just got a replacement PSU and at 9070 XT from Micro Center 2 weeks. Which one did you get, Big DK? Let me know. You should do the cheapest build with the B850. Sorry if I sound cheap, but I believe getting the best efficiency on a budget. Yeah, so far, I'll show you exactly what we have so far. And so far, everyone voted for Seasonic. I'll show you exactly which one we got. Let me just sit this up here. Excuse me. So we ended up getting this. So we got the Seasonic GX1000, and it's a 80 plus gold. So we currently have this. So everyone voted for Seasonic. So this is what we went with so far. And the B4, oh, okay. My phone's complaining about memory. It's pretty funny. I know what it is, probably because I got everything on record. So what we will do is, okay, that is off. There we go. It should be okay now. But again, I'll show you the other power supplies of choice that we had. So just beware, if the stream does shut off, just make sure you subscribe to the channel, just so that I can tune it back in, just in case if there is some sort of issue that comes up. But we looked at the Corsair ones, and we also looked at the Asus ones here. We also have the Thermaltake ones here, and they also had the Power Spec ones, Seasonic. So we ended up getting Seasonic. Now we could go Platinum Plus, the Platinum ones here, because these would be really nice to get. But again, you'll be spending a lot more, but you'll save a ton of energy. That's a big part compared to having gold efficiency. So compared to, I wonder what's taking up. Yeah, so compared to it, so you can imagine it's taking up a lot of efficiency because of it. So for example, the gold can take up, I'll show you in the back of here. The gold efficiency is just like this. So for now, at the percentage load, it'll be at about 90% efficiency. And then once it gets into heavier loads, like 80, like if you're gaming or something, like with the GPU and you're pulling a lot of power out your system, you'll end up pulling about, almost like it's trying to be about close to, I'd say, 87.5% efficient from what the chart looks like. At the most, close to 89. So how much amps is the Seasonic PSU though? I noticed that a lot of people don't buy the required amperage for their GPUs and later experience issues. Yeah, that's a great question, because right here, we have the wattage, and right here is where they have the amperage. So now we have the 12 volt, we have at least 83 amps, and a combined load of up to 996 watts. So it can take up plenty of power here, so that's exactly what we need. So this is the perfect PSU that we can use for this build, or we can go Platinum, which is, I'll show you what it looks like. The Platinum one looks more like this one here, right? So right here. So we go into Platinum, super highly efficient, right? Now you take a look at the two different charts here. Let me just move that out the way, just so you can see the difference in it. So now you have the power load when you're using only about 10 to 20%. Yes, absolutely. So if you're using up to like 10 to 20% load, it's nearly 95%, which is excellent. 50% like load, you're getting about 90 to about close to 95% still. But once you get to the lower levels, about 90% to 89%. So you can see quite a little bit of a difference, but not a huge difference. But let's take a look at the amperage in this one too, just so we can compare it. Again, maximum load, we got 83 amps. And it's perfect. So they're just about equal, just about in every section. Of course, you just have a little bit more power savings when you go here. Again, if you do go with this one, you do spend a little bit more money. Now you'll spend $249.99 USD on it compared to $189.99 USD. So you'll spend about $60 more, but you definitely get more efficiency out of your power supply because you chose to go Seasonic. So now I brought this up again, we're doing a budget build and we have to be careful with our budget because we don't want to spend an extreme amount of money. So for you guys, what do you think we should get, especially for a build like this? Should we go with gold or should we go with platinum? So if you want to go gold, put 1 in the comments, or if you want to go platinum, go 2 in the comments. So we can get either one, just make a choice decision because again, we did this build, a GT 730. Yeah. It's funny because they actually still have one sitting over there. It's just laying there. It's probably just going to collect dust for the rest of the time it's here. So 2, we got 1. Okay. So we got 2, we got 1. So who's going to be the tiebreaker here? Who's going to put 1 or 2? Remember, this is 1, which is gold. 2 is the platinum power supply. Which one, guys? Let me know. Put 1 or 2. So again, this will be a little bit more power efficient, and this one will be a little bit. So the GPU that we have is going to be the Nitro Plus RX 9070 XT. It also uses a 12-volt high power port and is also overclocked. So, okay, so we're going 1. All right, perfect. Okay, 2. Oh, that's funny. So now we still got a tiebreaker to pick. So, all right, so who's gonna break this tiebreaker? So we got 2 and 2 for 1 and 2. As funny as that sounds. We got 2 for the gold one, and we also got 2 for Seasonic. So who's gonna break it? So again, more power efficient. I live like 3 hours away from Micro Center. Oh, that's terrible. So which one should we go for? So far, I see 2. Everyone's loving 2 so far. Who else is going to break this tiebreaker here? Who else? Johnny changed his answer to 2, so plat. Did he? Let me go take a look. 1. Okay, so we got 2. Okay, so we're gonna go platinum then. We'll go with that then. All right, so that changes the mind here. And at least it's gonna be a very power efficient PC for sure, especially for it. So we'll get this power supply. And so far for the build, we got the ASUS B850 motherboard plus it's the Tough Gaming and it's the Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. Let's just go walk by the GPU section for the people who just want to take a look. Maybe they just threw something in here that we didn't know. I doubt it. But for those who haven't seen it, well, so far we have everything together for the PC. All we needed was the power supply, and I'll actually go over this specs with it, which is we'll have the ASUS Tough Gaming Plus motherboard, which is the B850. We have a AMD Ryzen 9600X. We also have the Sapphire Plus RX 9070 XT, and we also have a NVMe PCI Express 4, which is by Crucial's P3, and we also have Corsair's 6000 megahertz, which is also DDR5. And now we got the power supply, and also the cooler we actually got, which was the LC360, which is ASUS's Tough AIO. And we actually got that, both of those products from ASUS. And we will do this build actually as soon as we get this PSU. So more than likely it'll be during this weekend. It won't be during a stream, but I will definitely film it because I want to make sure to capture very good footage of it. Because I'm sure you guys prefer to see clear footage of it. Just like on the 9800X 3D build. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check out the channel, and I do have it on there. It's very detailed, especially if you've never built a PC before. Yeah, a lot of 6600s. The build that I actually had was a ASUS ROG 870E Hero, and it's a ASUS ROG X870E Hero, with the 9800 X3D. It was built as a high-end gaming PC. It also has an RTX 5090. I mean, not 5090, 4090. Sorry about that. It didn't exist back then. Yeah, so there's a lot of 6600s and 3050s. They have this shift, which is super interesting, this power supply, but I don't see it. They don't have any shifts. I'm sure you guys seen it. You know, the funny thing is with the prior build that I have, I built it with the MSI Mag with 1000 PSU. What's most interesting about these is that they have a yellow pin connector, so you can ensure a flush connection when you plug it into your GPU, which is the best part. And it's really good for that if you want to ensure a clear connection and you don't want to have any type of resistance and short it out, because that was a big fear for everybody, especially for those who get third-party cables such as CableMod or Mod DIY. Then they run into those issues. And you know what's funny? I always wonder what the point of this is. Why have RGBs on the power supply? It sits literally on the bottom of the PC, most of the time at least, and you won't even see it. The floor might glow, especially if you have like some glossy floor. It might reflect a little bit, but there's no real point of having RGBs there. Maybe you get about 5 more frames, right? But so, yeah, that's all they have for the GPUs. Ain't that insane? And if you want to get internal hard drives, they have them. Now, another good thing you can always do is build like a decent NAS system, and you can definitely take advantage of that, because most games won't take full advantage of that type of full SSD speeds. Absolutely. Absolutely for open builds. Yeah, but isn't that crazy? That's all they have for the graphics cards. Oh, they actually got some up here I didn't see. There you go. Radeon 5450. Who wants a 5450? They got the RX 550s, HD 5450. Those are some throwbacks there. But what's really interesting are these. Some kid at my school says he's budgeting for his PC, his very low budget. That's still a very high-end budget. That's actually still pretty high-end. He's just showing off at that point. He says, I don't have that much money. Yeah, that's 100% high-end. Yeah, it's relics, right? That's something you put on your wall. That's something you just buy and put on your wall. Or you have a RTX 5090, you can't play DirectX 9 games anyway. So you could use them, or you could use because you can't have PhysX as well. They took that away from the NVIDIA cards on the 50 series, which is really disappointing and kind of really pulled me back from that type of series. Are those new 5080s? They are. Believe it or not, they are. They are brand new. Look, they still have the shrink wrap on it. Matter of fact, let me see. No, I don't see 5080. They have 550s. But they still have that wrap on there. And but for the case, we ended up getting this Monotech case. We actually got it for a really good deal, but it's not all white like this one is. We actually picked up this one here, but in black. Actually came with the fans, which was a really good deal. It's great to start off with, especially it was only $64.99. Oh yeah, 1080 Ti is still quite the beast, and I would still hold on to it, especially if you want to play games like Mirror's Edge, you want to play Fallout New Vegas. Definitely hold on to it, especially for those type of games, because if you do end up getting a 50 series game, I mean 5080 graphics card or RTX 5090, you won't be able to experience those games, unfortunately. But I have a whole theory behind that. And more than likely, I feel like it's NVIDIA and the game studios together, and they made a deal about having a practically removing PhysX and removing DirectX 9, so that way they can take advantage of the market and say, oh, we're just going to remake your old favorites, such as New Vegas, but we're going to completely remake it, and you got to take advantage of it. These height cases, I love them, but this wouldn't be ideal for a budget build. take a look at the pricing. Yeah. So 129, 179. And the nice thing about these height cases, have you ever seen the screen that goes like right here? They're always awesome. They're always a lot of great screen modifications. They have all different colors you can pick from. And the crazy part is if you break the glass on, specifically I know here in Leland, they actually have replaceable glass panels. And I never knew that. They actually have, so if you do end up taking off, like say this tempered glass on the side here, you could actually replace it, and they'll actually have it in the store. But this case is just insane. This is the Hyperion. Look at it, $479.99 USD. Oh yeah, you want it. Yeah, it's a wonderful case, for sure, Leland. And they got these straps up here, make it easy to bring around. Oh, the 011 Dynamic Evo. You know what's funny? Speaking of that, you have Asus, right? That came out with this, which is the tough case. And then you also have Corsair, where they came out with like a very similar version, which is right here, which is very similar to your Leland 011. Isn't that directly similar? It's probably hard to see because of the smoked glass, but if you take, let me try to flip the glare right there. Too much glare, I think. But it looks just like it. Let me see if I could get this white one here. They actually have the fans on and everything so you can see inside of it. There you go. But it looks something like this. Doesn't this look just like Leland's? Looks just like it, right? But yeah, Leland certainly changed the game when it came with those dynamic. Yeah, they are, and they're really nice. Let me actually walk over to it. You know, PCMR, they actually came out with like their own version of it, where they collabed with Leland, and it has like a bunch of like different customizabilities that you can do to it, which is, here we go. Here goes Leland right here. I love the fans. I bet you've looked at these fans, right, Johnny? You definitely did, because they are dope. Take a look at that. And they have so many options, especially when it comes to their harnesses and everything. So I've always enjoyed Leland's designs. Where is it? And see if they have the PCMR version. See, they got this one where it's like the Leland and Micro Center version. Oh, it is. Isn't it, Leland? They are 100% cool. Because you can see your fan RPMs right off the side. It looks just like yours, I bet. Yeah, send that one to Discord, Johnny. I think that was you that just joined and I saw it. I was going to go on it, but it would kick me off at the live if I kept switching in and out. You know what's crazy too is these small cases. If you want like more portability and everything, you just put it into something like this and you could just carry it around. There's this actually really nice one. It's by Fractal Design, which is, let me see if they have it. I gotta show it to you because Fractal Design has this one case where it's really portable, and you could practically do like a full-size PC build with it. And let me see, it would look just like, where is it at? Is this it? This might, nah, this is Cooler Masters. But it's something just like this, kind of just like this. Oh yeah, oh okay. Definitely send it later. I gotta see it. I don't see the case here. They probably didn't get it yet, but it just recently released. Yeah, Fractal cases are really nice. I always enjoyed their cases. Now they have the thermal take cases. Let me go over here on this side. Maybe it's, these are all it's all boxed up here. Well, let's walk over here real quick. We're gonna go on this side of the store. So far we got our power supply. See what else we got. that is on sale. Let's see if the SSD we have. Luckily, we are set for it. And they have any other excellent deals? Let's see if they got the new one. There's that new one. Have you guys seen this? All right, Leland. See you later. And for you guys just joining in, don't forget to subscribe to join more and see. And oh, got my words mixed up. Need some water actually. But make sure you join the Tech Fam. Make sure you join the Discord. And let's see here. Yeah, but the 9100 is insane. Look at that price, $549. But you do get a ton of, you get 4 terabytes of NVMe PCI Express 5. But I can tell you right now, like for this type of speed, it's not gonna be really worth it if you're gaming. Because gaming wise, you can't take full advantage of it yet because of not a lot of games feature direct storage. And because of that, we're not taking full advantage of those NVMe speeds yet. But when they do, maybe in a few years from now, then it'll become more standard. And when it does, then you can certainly expect it. So we ended up going with this 32 gigabytes of 6,000 megahertz for this build. And we actually got it for a really good deal. Let's see if they have it here. I think it was probably that one here, but we got it for $92.99. All right, so let me go ahead and make the purchase for the Seasonic Platinum Plus. And let's go ahead up here in the front. What type of keyboard do you have, or mouse? Let me know. Because currently, I have the G502 Hero, which is this one, the G502X Plus. I also got and Asus's mouse is really excellent. Which is what I like, it's one of their gaming mices. Razer has some great ones here. Let me see, Asus's might be here. The G519, oh yeah, that's a great mouse. They got Red Dragon. See, the one I have was this. This one's not bad. That's a pretty good mouse. They also have the Harp Ace Edition. Very light, very quick, and it picks up very intuitively. Yeah, the Pro X too. See, I got the original Pro X. So how's the Pro? I wonder how different it feels. Because this might be it here. These are Razers. G5. So you got quite the Logitech combination here. Let's see. This is the best seller. That's a G703. And yeah, ours is more like this one, but this one is just a wired one. So let's go ahead and check out with this stuff here, because I gotta go get something to eat. Hopefully you saw this video, the K65. It was a pretty good keyboard. Yeah, that's why you have the whole G519 keyboard. See, I never really experienced their mechanical keys for Logitech, but I've experienced their mices all the time. And I've always enjoyed them. I've always preferred Logitech's mouses because you can have so many different options when it comes to gaming wise. You can it has so many different areas and so many different buttons you can take advantage of when it comes to their mouse. And if you guys want to see something, let me know. I can run by real quick. I always thought these were cool. These DJ Osmos. I heard a lot of great things about them. The DJI Pockets. Stream Deck. Oh. All right, let me get in line here and go ahead and make this purchase. And luckily there is none. Hopefully the traffic is not too crazy when I get back. It shouldn't be, at least. Let's see. Hey, how you doing? All right, so. Okay. Yeah, just this.
Can you go ahead and enter a phone number, please?
All right. Just about to get this power supply. The height Y70s are a great case. They are great cases. And we actually just looked over that. So far, let's see what we got. So we just got the one power supply, but again, it's a platinum power supply, so it's power efficient. Take advantage of those speeds, not speeds, but take advantage of the efficiency of it. We go ahead and select my payment here. Right there. Okay, perfect. So that's what we got with the tax. All right, I think we're all set. All right, thank you. You too. And now we're exiting the store. But we got our power supply, so this PC build is going to happen soon. Now we have, I do have a upcoming video this Saturday, which you guys can expect, which is going to be based on the Sapphire Plus RX 9070 XT. That's going to be practically like an unboxing and everything about the card, which will be unveiled. We switch over here. We go to the front. But yeah, everything about the card will be unveiled on Saturday. Just like the 270, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Just like that. But the good thing is this power supply should last really long. And it should be an excellent one to take advantage of. It's power efficient, and it'll save money on that side. Sure, you might spend more money on the power supply, but technically your build, or this build, isn't as expensive. So that's a good thing. But it's crazy how fast money can go, right? Oh, I'm starving too. I could go for some fajitas. I want to get some fajitas. Hopefully you guys had some good food. I'm just thinking about food. I haven't ate since, I think it was, since 12 o'clock was when I ate. Yeah, like about 12 o'clock, I think. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, I'm Chris Mizo. And don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord channel. I also have this going through Twitch as well and everything. So hopefully the connection was nice and smooth. And wish I knew before. It's okay. You can always choose to change it up. Johnny, there's always that option when you can go ahead and end up getting a power supply later. The best part is you probably have a modular one, and just keep it with the same brand. And more than likely, you probably can use the same wires that it comes with. So all you have to do is swap out the power supply. You know what the funny thing is? I actually have another power supply to change out too on my content creator build, because that's starting to go, which I'm going to make a video of. And there'll be some type of, you'll know when a power supply is going to go. But that power supply has been in there for a long time. It's been in there for, what, like 5 years? It would be going into 5 years in December. Or no, 6 years actually. 6 years into December. And that's for the content creator build. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also make sure to join the wonderful Discord down below. And also make sure to join the free giveaway. I usually stream every Wednesdays and Saturdays, just to give you guys a heads up if you prefer live streams. And I do my not live videos, but I do my long format videos usually on the weekends. So I'll drop them on Saturday mornings. And Saturday mornings, I try to typically get on in the morning, so you can catch me then. And usually we love to chat then about PCs and tech. So again, don't forget to join the giveaway. It's going to be linked to the B850 Tough Gaming motherboard video. It's going to be on the pinned comment. You could have a chance to win a Samsung 990 Pro with the heatsink built in, or you can remove it if you'd like, if you're going to put it in a PC. And you have a chance to possibly win some merch. So definitely join the free giveaway, and hopefully I see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo signing out. No problem. Thank you guys. Love you all.